Welcome to 3D Lanes number 15. This time, just like I said, I was gonna owe a little more information about the 24 hour of Le Mans last week. This week, I want to dive in a little bit more, but this time around, we're just gonna do it on the technological innovations that came out of the 24-hour Le Mans. And there's quite a few, honestly, and it's something that I don't know if it's common knowledge, but I don't think everybody knows. I for sure didn't know it, and I appreciate doing these deep dives because it helps me learn, and I know it helps you learn about some other stuff that we don't know about the car world, photography, or watch world. I know I've been focusing a lot on cars, but if you ever want me to dive into something else, just let me know. Just put it in the comments. Message me on social media. I know I'm a little bit busy lately because of work, but work and school, kids, family, everything, right? It's everything accumulates at the same time. But I can definitely make time to do these deep dives. And let's dig into this week's episode. This time it's gonna be innovation on the track, and one of them, or the first segment that I would like to talk about is the early stages of Le Mans, which is like 1950s. This is the earliest innovations that came out of Le Mans. One of them, the first one, is the radial tires. Yes, radial tires came out of Le Mans. The Michelin X radial tires were first used in 1951, and they improved the road holding and durability. And if I go a little deeper into this one, so the in 1930s, actually, that's when everything started for Michelin, or because vehicles started to become heavier and more powerful, which exposed the limitations of the traditional tires. These tires had a short lifespan, poor reliability, and heated up rather quickly at high speeds, leading to frequent punctures. And then, since Michelin, the engineering team at Michelin recognized the potential of using metal in the construction of the tires, they started experimenting early between 1930 to 1940. They began studying how to integrate metal into the tire design, and they developed a prototype called the fly cage. And it was called the fly cage because of it had a radial wire arrangement, which obviously made it look like a cage, right? And it was more efficient than the traditional cross ply structure of regular tires. This gentleman, Marius Mignol, had the breakthrough between 1941 and 1946. He was a Michelin researcher, and he played a really crucial role in the defining of the radial tire concept. He added an extra thread to the existing diagonal structure, forming a 90-degree angle with the tire center line. And this innovation led to the creation of the modern radial tire. In 1946, this Michelin created a patent for this type of tire and created the Michelin X. And obviously, the tire offered advantages over the other tires that they had previously produced, including longer lifespan, better grip, improved safety, and they were able to even reduce fuel consumption. The first production vehicles that used this type of tires were the 1948 Citroën 2CV, and it was the first car designed with radial tires as standard equipment. Then they had a market dominance because of this breakthrough, and they had partnerships with Lancia and for the Aurelia 9 B20, sorry, and it showed the capabilities of these tires in racing. Then they had a global expansion in 1952 to offering to trucks and other types of vehicles. The next innovation from the 50s is, um, you won't believe it, but is the disc brake. The disc brake was adapted to regular cars by Jaguar in 1950s. It was not invented by Jaguar, but it was implemented by Jaguar in cars. And then this quickly became the standard in both racing and consumer vehicles. So, um, let's see. The the disc brake was actually created by Dunlop. It was not created by Jaguar, and it was created for the use in aircraft in World War II. And this technology was adapted for automotive use, like we said before, in the 1950s by Jaguar. Norman Dewey and Jaguar. He was an engineer at Jaguar, by the way. They were instrumental for the development and testing of the disc brakes. They worked closely with Dunlop to refine the technology to use it in the C-type Jaguar. The testing started in 1952 with the C-type, and Stirling Moss being one of the early drivers to experience the potential of this type of brakes. They did have challenges like brake fade, something that we can still experience today, and mechanical issues that can arise because of this new technology. But these type of brakes definitely had a superior stopping power over the drum brakes and better reliability. So the racing success, it was in Le Mans, like obviously we're talking about it. The Jaguar C-Type was equipped with Dunlop disc brakes. It's crazy to me that still to think that Dunlop was making the brakes. I know Dunlop for making tires, but I didn't know they made brakes back then. But the Jaguar was equipped with Dunlop disc brakes in 1953, and it was a victory. They won, and he highlighted the advantages of this technology. Then it started mass production in 1957 with the XK150, and this marked the beginning of disc brakes to become the standard feature of automotive industry. The next development, and we move from the 50s to the 2000s, but these next two are from the same car company, and it's Audi. Audi in the 2000s became very, I'm not gonna say famous because they were already famous, but became a little prominent, like groundbreaking brand, you could say, because in 2001, Audi won with the R8. Actually, that's the car they won with. They won with the R8, and it was because the usage of a direct injection engine, and the R8 was the initial development of what we know now of the current Audi engines, that they're also used in Volkswagens and now even Porsche, something that we've talked about before. But Audi did not discover fuel injection, just to be clear. Fuel injection has a long history dating back to the 19th century, but Audi has been at the forefront of modern fuel injection technologies, and we can see that with the FSI, the fuel stratified injection engine, and the TFSI, the turbo fuel stratified injection engine. These cars, or these engines, you could see on the early A4s, S4s, and so on, right? You can see them on the current Volkswagen lines, but yeah, you can see those engines everywhere now. Sorry, but the fuel injection systems have evolved over time, and the early versions appear in the late 1800s, so it's nothing new. and they were used to power aircrafts during World War I and World War II. But the automotive sector began using it in 1960s. So again, it's nothing new in automotive. And Porsche used it, Peugeot used it, Audi used it. But the FSI technology that Audi introduced injects fuel directly into the combustion chamber, and this technology enhances engine efficiency and performance by reducing heat loss and improving combustion. The TFSI adds to that the turbo, right? So these engines are well known for their turbos and the turbo capabilities. But yeah, that's where we are with Audi. But that's just to clarify that they did not invent it. But why did they use it in Le Mans? How did they come up with the idea? So this came up as a motivation to innovate, right? So in the early 2000s, Audi was seeking ways to improve their racing performance. So that's why they saw the potential that these engines had, the advantages they could offer, and then they started investigating, researching about this, how could they improve this engine. So they came up with the FSI, and like we said, it involves injecting fuel directly into the combustion chamber. Sorry, it's pretty cold in the garage, but I'm trying to man up. But the testing began in Spain in 2001, but it was in 2001 Le Mans that the technology gained widespread recognition with the Audi R8, like I mentioned. After this, then they were able to develop the TFSI, and these engines were known for their performance and reliability. Oh, I don't know about reliability. Some people have issues with those engines, but we'll leave it at that. The next one is again Audi, but this time around is in 2006 when they won with the R10. So what was the big deal with the R10? The R10 had a diesel engine, and this happened because Audi took a break from racing, from Le Mans to be more specific. So from 2002, they won. They had the third win with the R8, and they decided to return, but they wanted to do something different, something better, and then they aimed to challenge conventional wisdom by using a diesel engine. Now we all know that diesel is the devil, and nobody wants to even see him in a painting, in painting, except Europe. I think Europe still use them quite a bit. Well, because of the Volkswagen scandal here in the U.S., then diesel is the devil. The technological innovation that Audi saw here is the higher energy density of diesel fuel compared to gasoline, and this translated to fewer pit stops, a significant advantage in a 24-hour race. Obviously, right? Everybody saw that coming, but they designed the R10 TDI, and this car featured a 5.5 liter V12, and it was an aluminum block delivering 650 horsepower and 110 Nm of torque. What is an M again? Hold on. Newton meter, right? That's what it is. Okay. Now, with that out of the way, it was the first Audi diesel engine with an aluminum crankcase, significantly lighter than traditional cast iron blocks used in production diesels. Audi tested the R10 at Sebring in March 2006, and obviously they were faced with challenges because nothing that its innovation will come without challenges. This led to a decision to use the same engine throughout practice, qualifying, and the race, minimizing unnecessary mileage. And the performance and the efficiency, The Audi R10 completed 380 laps with fewer pit stops than its competitor, securing a historic victory. Uh, yeah, Audi in the 2000s kind of like blew it out of the water. At least with those 3 wins, I think it was pretty prominent. Next innovation comes from the lighting and safety, and this one I didn't do a huge deep dive because there's a lot of information here. This could be its own thing, but Le Mans has been the forefront of lighting technology, from halogen to xenon lights, and now LED and laser headlights. And these advancements have improved visibility and reduced power consumption. The Audi R18, featuring LED headlamps in 2011, again Audi, is a prime example of how Le Mans innovation quickly entered consumer markets. 'Cause right after that, all their cars started using them. And Audi, from what I know, it's been known that they were very adamant of LED lighting from the beginning. Next one is hybrid and sustainable technologies. In recent years, Le Mans has focused on hybrid and sustainable technologies. Toyota has been very prominent in this on this side of the development. Their hybrid prototypes have dominated the race. They have had innovations like regen braking, a system that now it's influencing all the road cars. Right, we see that on electric cars. The race is also embracing hydrogen power. And moving to the fifth segment, which is modern innovations and future direction. Lately, Le Mans it's pushing boundaries with 3D scanning technologies, and this is used for car inspections, and this ensures the precision and speed in the scrutiny process of reviewing the cars. The race remains a critical testing ground for emerging technologies, and there are some other honorable mentions that I wanted to add, and those are a little less known technologies. For example, if we go back to fog lights, came in 1926, and it was Lorraine Dietrich. Introduced fog lights positioned under the headlights to improve visibility during the race, and this became a standard feature in car design, and it enhanced safety and in low visibility conditions. Front wheel drive is another one that came out of here. Although not widely adopted in racing, but we know road cars, a lot of them, if not most of them, have front wheel drive capabilities. The Tracta, a front wheel drive car, competed at Le Mans in 1927, and this design influenced later consumer vehicles such as the Citroën Traction Avant. The liquid hydrogen storage, recent developments by Bosch Engineering and Ligier Automotive. Is it Ligier or Ligier? I don't know, but if you know, let me know. Involve exploring liquid hydrogen as a more efficient alternative to gas hydrogen for fuel storage, and this technology aims to enhance the sustainability of racing vehicles and trying to have less compromise in performance. Garage 56. Garage 56 is a it allows experimental vehicles to participate in Le Mans. It pushes the boundaries of automotive technology, and there's a lot of projects like the Delta Wing and Nissan Zeod, or ZEOD RC, that have showcased innovative designs and powertrains like hybrid electric systems. The last one that I have here is biofuels. I don't know if anybody knows this. At least I didn't. But I guarantee you that more people than not did not know this fact. But biofuels. Since 2022, Le Mans has required all cars to run on 100% renewable biofuels. marking a significant step towards reducing the environmental impact of motorsports. To me, that's crazy, and that's really cool because a lot of people, counting myself, I think there's room for electric cars and for gas cars. I love driving a gas car, but at the same time, I appreciate the convenience of having an electric car. I don't have an electric car currently, but I've driven one, I've rented one, and it's, man, it's so convenient. It's like driving your phone. And I'm not saying it because I get entertained all the time. No, it's because you just get in and go. You don't have to worry so much about fueling the car, like stopping at a gas station. But if you charge it, it can cost you like $16. At least that's what it cost me, from like 20% to like 90%, 80% that the battery got charged. $16, man. I go with my Mazda CX-9 at Costco, by the way, which is cheaper, and it would cost me, if I go from like a quarter tank to fill it up, it's almost like $70. I mean, let's be real here. Uh, we can get into the range situation if you guys want, but it's not needed. I mean, we're talking about enjoyment and a place for both things. If you're gonna be stuck in traffic, electric. If you're gonna go for a joyride, gas car. So biofuels makes it more available for car enthusiasts to keep the gas car for longer, I think. We're not gonna be damaging the environment, so I think it's gonna be, if that gets developed, it's gonna be an advantage for us. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, these are some innovations from Le Mans that I was able to find and to give you today. There's way more. Let me know if you enjoy this show and or episode. Sorry, it's, I don't know, show, whatever. But I had fun making it. I hope you learn as much as I did. I know you learn as much as I did. And thanks for sticking around till the end. But yeah, this is Danny Lanes. Appreciate your time. See you next time. By the way, the car that won Le Mans with Michelin X, the first radial tire, was a Lancia B20 GT, just so you know. All right. Thanks. Bye.